Hello and welcome back to Michelle Creations. I'm a little excited and a little nervous about today's project. So I have had this pirate's chest in my stash for quite some time now. I haven't really had time to do it, let alone it's a little intimidating. There's this piece here worries me the most. This is the top of the pirate's chest. But instead of pouring it from the bottom and having this as a mold that you could easily pop out this way, they have you pouring in from the end. And so you have to figure out, and it's got two little divots here for the hinges. So not only do you have to get it out of something that's tall and narrow and really narrow, you've got to get it out with two indentions that are going to be in the red. I'm a little nervous. This is going to be a pain. And I can tell you right now, this is going to have to be unmolded off camera because this is going to take me a hot minute to get out of there. And maybe a bad word or two. We'll see. This is a little confusing to me. I'm not 100% sure how this works. It looks like in the video or in the picture, this is a Temu mold, by the way. I've had folks ask me, are Temu molds really worth the savings? There are some that are not very good molds. They're really, really flimsy and they're not very, they're just not very good molds. And then on the other hand, there are molds. They have molds that are really great. Well, for example, the one we just did not too long ago, I think they call this a pudding jar mold. This is a fantastic mold, and I got it from Temu. And it is super solid, and it's made really, really well. It held its shape. Some of the Temu molds, these will be so warped out of shape, you know, this will be all wonky. But this one's a really great mold. So you do take a chance when you order molds from Temu, because you're not 100% sure what you're going to end up getting. But for the price, if you're willing to take a chance and try something new, so far I'd say I've only had, out of all the molds I've bought, maybe I've had two that I have not been impressed with at all. So that's pretty good odds. I've ordered quite a few molds from Temu. There's been a couple you go, I don't know, but it ends up working out okay. Some, it's just, you make it once and you go, yep, that was awful. I'll never make that again. I'm hoping that one's not going to make me say that. That lid has me a little worried. A little, not really worried. I know we'll be able to get out of there. Is it going to frustrate me enough I just cut it out? That'll be the next question. We'll see how it goes. I am whipping that. I'm going to have so many bubbles in there. All right, so what I was going to do originally is I was going to take the mold and I was going to just make brown resin, color my resin brown and be done with it, and put all my color in here. I want this to look a little aged, so I want it to have some black. I want it to have some brown. I was thinking maybe a little bit of gold or copper. And I decided I'm going to stick to two colors. I'm going to stick to brown and I'm going to stick to black. But the brown that I have is a Rolio brown, and it is really, really, really dark. So I went ahead and I mixed up some white here. I'm going to add brown to it to make this a light brown. And then I've got my Let's Resin black, and I'll make just a little bit of that because black tends to take over. The white that I've used, I need to order some more. I can't believe but I'm 3 years into this, so I guess I don't know why I'm surprised. This is the HGV on white, and I need to order some more of that apparently. So there are a couple other, this was the very first big batch of white I've ever bought. I did it again. I'd ever bought. And I might try a different white next go around if you guys have any suggestions of whites that you really, really like. So I'm looking for more of a milk chocolate brown. This is going to be like two-tone, like a silvery brown. That's kind of cool. And it's hard to tell what color it is, so I'm just going to put some. Yeah, it's almost like a silvery brown. That's interesting. I think I'm going to stick with it though. We're going to go with that. I don't want to go any darker. And I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. I don't think I need to go any lighter on it. So. And then this one I want to be black. Or do I want to do a copper to go with that? That would be super cool. These are our closures. And they are kind of a bronzy I'm going to do that instead of black. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I should have went the other way around, huh? And these are brand new, so I'm going to have to open this one. Okay, hopefully I'm not making a mistake here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mix this one up real good, get all of the powder mixed in, and then I'm going to run these through my debubbling machine. And then we'll bring you back when I'm just going to marble it. I just want to get a marble effect. Okay, they've gone through my debubbler. And now, the scary part. Oh, it's not scary. It'll be fine. So, this is the end piece. So when we pour this in here, this will have a top. But the other end will be hollow, and this will be the end that covers that. Now, the one thing I did notice, and that's why I have this little tin out, is that again, it's not an expensive mold, it's not level. So what I decided to do, and I hope it works, I haven't tried it, I should have probably did that before I come on camera, is I've got some double-sided sticky tape, and I think I'm just going to put it down on the mold. Yeah, that looks like it'll hold. There we go. Hopefully that holds while it dries. So that problem is solved. So let's start with this one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put resin. I am going to put resin in it. But I am going to spray alcohol down in it because that's a long ways down there for bubbles to come up. And I'm really trying to get it right here too, around that nub, because there's not a darn thing I'm going to be able to do to keep it from bubbling. All right, let's do, you know what I should have done was kept a little bit of clear, but too late now. Okay, and I don't think you want to dome these. I don't think I'm going to have enough resin. I'm going to have to mix up some more. Yep. Alright. You don't need to watch me make up anymore. I'm going to mix it up and then I will be back when everything is ready to demold. I'm going to go ahead and just pour. Actually, I think I'm going to pour this one in this color. And this one has a little hole in it. So I want to allow that resin to get down into that hole. And I'll push a little something in there to make sure the air pocket's out of it. There we go. And I'll top those off, and then I'm going to make up a little bit more resin, and then I will come back and we will, when you see me again, this will all be ready to demold. So I will be right back. Okay, here we go. I'm going to save that one for last. I'm not looking forward to that one at all. This one will be an easy one to pop out. I got mostly brown and a little spot of gray. That's okay. And you just squeeze and twist. Make sure you pop your molds right side out. That turned out pretty cool. Well, that turned out really cool. I like it. We'll trim up the bottom. It's a little sharp around the edges, but we'll fix that. Okay. I'm stalling on that one. Oh man. I'm gonna go ahead and move that. We're done with it. And these are the hinges. So I'm pretty sure, well, let's get this unmolded. Maybe it's not gonna be as bad as I think. It's gonna come out easy. Well, if it rolls, it might not be bad. Ugh, well, that wasn't so bad. It is fully cured, that's good. Okay, so this, oh good, this goes on that way. So there's a little lip in there, and then there's a lip on that, and that lip goes on the inside of that. So those will snap together beautifully, and I like the outside of that better anyway. That turned out super not, oh, that's super sharp. I really like this. This is cute. So I think we put the pieces together. And then I'm assuming we just glue that in there maybe. Okay, let's glue the end of this on first, because we know what we got to do with it. And then we'll figure out the rest of it. That is perfect. I don't have any glue coming out anywhere. Oh my goodness. I am so much more excited now than I was 10 minutes ago. Isn't that terrible? So I am going to use UV resin. Instead of trying to pour it out of the bottle, I'm going to use my dip jar. And all this is it's just UV resin, and it's in a jar so that I can dip pendants and that sort of thing into it to get a real pretty clear coat on whatever it is we're trying to basically polish up, if you will. Just want to get as much of that off as I can so I don't make a mess. I don't like making messes. We're just gonna set that right there. Okay. And I wonder if I don't want to make a mess and I just put a dang finger in it. Oh my gosh. Move that out of the way. Okay. So help me out here, folks. How's a good way to get this to stick? I think what I'm gonna do, let's give it a shot. Get my UV lamp out. I have my new UV lamp out and charged and ready to go. Show this after we're done. But it's J. Dixon's wireless. And it's got two pieces. So there's another one that goes on the top, and then it's got a piece of clear acrylic that goes in between the two pieces so that you can cure both top and bottom. I don't care about top and bottom at this point. I just want to get the darn thing together. How am I going to do this? Try to make some room here. Don't worry about that. Worry about that in a minute. I don't want to get UV resin all over. Okay. I want this side stuck, so. Oh, crikey. Don't cure that. And I don't need it to fully cure. Not just yet. Because we can do the other side, and then we can get it to fully cure we'll put it for the full limit or the full time once we have this all put together. All right, that's gone through 3 cycles. We should be good to go. So on this, here's the other portion. Let me show this to you real quick. Those of you that have seen my old UV lamp, this was it. But the cable and everything's coming really loose. Of course it's going to stay on now. But this portion, I couldn't get it to stay on most of the time. So I just finally had to break down and get a new one. And I thought, if I'm going to get a new one, I'm going to get me a nice one that's going to be double-sided. So here's that piece of glass that we talked about. And this is the first time I'm using this, so bear with me. Oh yeah, I was going to say, I thought it sat down on this ledge. There we go. And then you can plug it in. The top and the bottom both have plug-ins. There's the one for the bottom, and you can use them separately. So this one turns on. There we go. You just push the, there we go. Is it this? Or no, it's this, where the fingerprint is, Kathy. So you can use them separately, or you can see that one's off. It's got the 2 little metal pieces there, and if you just connect them, if I can do it at an angle here. I wonder if it has to go a certain direction. I bet the magnets are all, oh, ba-da! There we go. So now the top and the bottom both come on. So you can cure from both sides. So if you've got like our clear pendants or whatever, you don't have to worry about curing one side at a time. You can do them both. So love that. All right, I think I got it. I think I got it figured out. I got it figured out. All right. I think I'm gonna have to hold it together though, so that it doesn't shift while it's curing. All right. We got it. It's not 100% secure, and I don't know if I put more resin. I'm going to try that. I'll put more resin on it to secure it a little bit better. But it's closing really nice. So, phew, that took a while. All right, now we are going to put the latches on. I'm going to put one side in at a time. That way I don't mess up my holes. So you might be wondering why I got this little paring knife out. I have this in my craft room. I did that because I don't have a tiny screwdriver. You need almost like an eyeglass screwdriver. And I don't have one in here. So I'm hoping this will be enough. Here we go. Just get it started. Phew, that was a lot of work. But we got it. What do you think? I think it turned out really cute. The ends look really nice. We could put a piece of cork on the bottom of it, like we do our coasters. So it's not perfect. It's handmade. It's not going to be perfect, but that's pretty stinking cute. And then I can even put a pirate's bounty in it. I have some pearls. Arg. Oh my goodness, I'm being goofy now. Goodness gracious. That took quite a while to get that to work out, but I think it turned out super cute. What do you think? You could even go further and decorate it more. You could put little pirate skull stickers on it. You could do whatever you want to. I like it just like it is. I think the two-tone colors on the ice chest, on the pirate's chest, came out super cool. I think it looks great. So I'm not going to do anything to it. It's going to hit Etsy just like it is. I think somebody's going to enjoy that. So anywho, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. I sure did. This particular mold comes with enough to do 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. So you get enough parts for 4 of these little chests. So that's kind of cool. And the lid was not nearly as bad to take out as I thought it was going to be. So that's nice. The hardest part was trying to figure these out. So I think before I put it on Etsy, I'm going to take some really good pictures of where these ended up being to get the perfect, well, it's not perfect. And you can see that it's, you know, it's not perfect, but by cracky, it's sure stinking cute. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. And we will see what we come up with to do next. If you have any suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them. Leave them down in the comments below. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Arg. Take care. Bye-bye.